Dear brothers of this beautiful planet Earth, I am Rowena. My heart is overjoyed to be able to finish today my participation in this journey of forgiveness. These have been moments of much light, much love, but mostly of surrender and trust from all of you. We have brought new teachings, we have brought truth never before spoken. We have brought new concepts, and many of you are believing and following each step with much love and trust. This is wonderful. To let go of all those connections that have been made over time is a noble attitude, and I can even say it belongs to unconditional love. For he who loves sets you free. He who loves does not hold you captive. He who loves does not demand. He who loves does not exchange. Many cannot really understand what is being changed because people are still around them. This is not something to be seen clearly with the naked eye. These are subtle changes. These are changes that will happen over time. Imagine a big, huge container of water being filled with water all the time. It will always remain full. This water is consumed in some way, but as water continues to come in that container, it will always be full. So are your cells, every belief, every bond, every contract. Many in the past had this obligation to pass on to their descendants all their concepts and learning. This is recorded in every cell of your body, for everybody of that time. But these beliefs are also passed on to the soul, because the body is just a clothing. Everything that body thinks and feels, the soul thinks and feels. So all those beliefs, those limitations, those feelings of superiority, of nobility are also passed on. Then it is like that water that supplies the container, which is you today, which are your cells today. I can even say that many illnesses are also passed on by the belief that if my parents had it, I'll have it too. These are decrees made which are passed down through generations, and you end up receiving this. And that container of water, which are your cells within your body, continue to be fed because the connections were there. There may not even be a body, but the connection is there with that soul, and that soul continues to believe in it all. Many have not evolved. Many make a point of not evolving. So what is being done on this journey? That point where the container was filled is being broken up. There is no longer a supply of water. So what will happen now? Will this immense container empty itself automatically? No, it will be emptied gradually, which is why the changes are so difficult to observe, because your cells are still holding those beliefs. They are still full of everything that was passed on to them, with one difference: there is no longer the supply. So over time, this vessel will empty, or bringing it into your body, your cells will forget that because it is no longer fed. They will just forget about it. It will get to the point where they will no longer remember anything, because nothing is fed anymore. So don't expect to see everything happen in a clear, explicit way on your path. Everything will happen, but gradually. As you move into the fifth dimension, your cells are also being cleansed by the incoming light itself, by the evolution of your body, and no longer being nurtured by these beliefs and decrees. They will become as perfect and as clean as they once were when they were created. So believe me, you are on the path, emptying that great vessel, but it takes time for all your cells to clear themselves of these prejudices, these beliefs, these truths that were once imposed upon you. Only love will remain. It is love that connects two souls. It is love that connects two physical bodies with consciousness. No other feeling. You always have to have love first and maintain a connection of love. There are no lines connecting because love is free. Unconditional love. It does not bring harm to the other. So it does not create more energetic connections. It just exists in every consciousness and in every heart. So love. Love a lot, but love unconditionally. Because this feeling does not connect you energetically to anybody. And one thing that is important to remember, you are destroying the connections of beliefs. Everything that you have received and everything that you are going through. So you can continue to hold certain feelings, but they will no longer attack the person in question. They will all stay within you. Before, you were feeding it and passing it on to someone else. So I could say that it was half. One half in you and the other half in the other person, the person that you put the feeling onto. Now it will stay entirely within you. So if you harbor anger towards somebody, that anger will stay 100% in you. And as we've been saying, the harvest is being quick. It will all come back on yourself because you won't be able to hit the other person anymore. And another important point, do not forget that we are talking about connections between families. We have not yet reached friends, acquaintances, strangers. These also connect with you. But they are not as strong as the connections of a begotten child. So these connections need to be broken. The connections of friends, neighbors, are not physically generated. They exist only through feelings, and what you reverberate, you receive back. So brothers and sisters of this planet who are on this journey, nothing will happen overnight. Everything takes time. It's subtle, it's slow. But what is important in this process is that you have cut off that feeding. You no longer receive anything and you no longer pass anything to anyone else. Everything now remains entirely within you. So open your hearts and start emanating only good things. For if you emanate gratitude for someone, love for someone, it comes back to you entirely, 100%. The universe gives you 100% pure love. And another feeling is being done. So in order for you to keep this journey light and perfect, only have positive feelings, because the negative ones no longer affect others, but rather violently affect only you. Because everything you emanate, you receive. What is your choice then? What do you choose to emanate from here on? Will you continue to have bad feelings? Remember, they will come back 100% with the same intensity against you. So be aware, be conscious of every feeling, every word, every thought generated, because it is your soul that needs to be cleansed. It is your soul that is stepping into the 5th dimension. So all your vibrations, everything you emanate now will come back to you 100%. Do you want to evolve? Do you want to climb that ladder of ascension? So just keep emanating good feelings, that's all. The path is still long, but more and more you will manage to find the balance. All you have to do is believe in it and remain alert at all times. This message was channeled by Vania Rodrigues, and it was read for you by Adriana.